Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Polarity. My name is Lenny J. I'm really excited about this video because it's nice to see Tesla Shanghai doing so well and just ramping up production so quickly. 36 Krypton is reporting that next year Tesla at that factory will produce about 550,000 vehicles. These are Model 3s and Model Ys. They actually have a breakdown of the amount of vehicles for each of those, stating that the Model 3 will be 300,000 vehicles and the Model Y will be 250,000 vehicles. And of those 550,000 vehicles in the report, they state that 100,000 of them will be Model 3s that are going to be made for export. And of the Model Y, only 10,000 will be units made for export. And as we already know, Tesla is using the Shanghai factory to produce Model 3s for Europe. They've already sent about 7,000 vehicles so far to Europe, or that's documented. It's probably more than that, not exactly sure, but documented, we know they've sent 7,000 vehicles to Europe so far. 36 Krypton came out with this exclusive report earlier today, and they're citing sources inside of Tesla or just industry insiders. That's kind of what the translation says, industry insiders, but I'm pretty sure it's sources inside of Tesla, and that's who they're citing. It's all anonymous. We don't know who exactly they are because that's not the way news organizations work. Tesla's state-of-the-art Shanghai Gigafactory is actually ahead of production if you go off of what was originally reported for the factory. So in 2018, CNN Business reported that Tesla was actually expected to begin construction of the factory in the near future after it received government approval. And then from there, the factory would take about 2 years to build and 2 to 3 more years to produce 500,000 vehicles a year. So 500,000 vehicles per year was actually the goal of the factory initially, as you can see. It's just that Tesla is actually hitting that really early on. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that the factory is near completion for phase 2 and the fact that the factory will be ramping up pretty heavily because the cars will now be exported from Shanghai to Europe too. They're not just built for the Shanghai market. Now, I don't want to take away from Shanghai, but I do want to come back home to Fremont just for a second because that 500,000 number per year will actually be hit at Fremont at the end of this year. This was reported by Clean Technica from a Q2 shareholder letter that Tesla released this year. That the Fremont factory would actually go from 400,000 Model 3 and Model Y vehicles a year to 500,000 vehicles. And they state that inside the letter, it did not get detailed stating how exactly it was going to happen, but they were going to increase production because they were using new equipment. They were adding new equipment to the factory. They just didn't give specifics about the equipment. This is huge news in my opinion because one, it shows that there actually is large demand for Tesla worldwide to be pumping out so many vehicles at these factories or to be ramping up these factories at the rate that they are. We know that the Fremont factory, I guess the rate of that one is a little bit slower because it's been around for a long time, but Shanghai really has been ramping up very, very quickly. It shows that there just is huge demand for Tesla worldwide, and you can expect numbers to go through the roof as far as sales because they're selling basically every vehicle that they make. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to show you that the production numbers for Tesla are going through the roof, and you can expect sales to continue to climb. Every quarter, it get better and better and better. My name is Lenny J. This is Polarity. I will see you in the next episode.